Bartenders over Reddit. What are the stereotypes that come with specific drinks people order? Long Island iced teas rarely get tips and are almost always asked to make it strong. It's nearly an entire cup of liquor. How TF am I supposed to make it stronger? We had a bar nearby that would guess your drink. Basically the bartender would profile you and try to figure out what you would order. He would write it on the beer napkin thing and turn it over after you ordered. If he got it wrong you got a tiny discount. It was good fun. Vodka water with lime for the sorority girl who wants to cut calories. Then drinks 8 of them and gets blackout pizza from the place next door. Once in Nick I overheard a dude ordering a 7 C's. Turned out it's a splash of the first 7 things the bartender sees. Yep, instantly judged as an alcoholic. Oh my, I need to order that sometime. As a grown man who orders Shirley Temples I can say the stereotype is usually that I'm joking. I'm not. I'm the designated driver too. Used to be a bartender in a pub in London. Typical pub. You're selling a lot of beer, the odd cider or glass of wine. There was a local gangster type that even the other hard bastards in the pub used to be wary of. Friendly enough guy, but definitely not someone anyone wanted to be on the wrong side of. He drank nothing but bright pink watermelon Bacardi breezes. Taught me not to judge. I don't think I've had one of those since I was about 16. Used to love those things. From my experience, if you order a Bud Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser with a shot of bourbon or whiskey, you probably work a manual labor intensive job. Most older women want vodka with water tonic soda. Younger women tend to order vodka with cranberry or sweeter mixed drinks. Younger men tend to order IPAs or craft beers. I can always tell who just turned 21 due to all the complex sweet shots with fancy names being ordered. Old ladies that want to party usually start with margaritas. I bartend on the weekends at a shot and beer spot, so I don't get a lot variety. Crap, I'm an old lady. Margaritas are amazing. Vegas bombs. Either having a great time and one guy is flexing cash with a bunch of friends, will tip well, or bag flexing cash around random people he barely knows, will not tip well. Double brandy and coke means you're probably from South Africa. Or from Wisconsin. Old fart I know would mix drinks like that in the can. He'd offer you a soda and tell you to suck some out of it so he can top it off with Corbel or whatever cheap crap. When a customer orders a Fireball for himself, a Coke for his young friend, some BJ shots for the 2 ladies with their boyfriends across the bar, and 2 Cosmopolitans for their boyfriends, a dang cool bar fight is about to happen. The woman who ordered a lemon drop is the only person to this day who has screamed at me at work, so I'll say that's a drink for high maintenance buttholes. A lemon drop should be a happy drink. Maybe I'll order them more and spread kindness. They want an expensive cocktail and when you tell the price they start arguing with you that it is way too expensive and that they can make it at home for half the price. If they can make it at home for half the price, well, yeah, go home. Ordering Manhattans while in Nick because of the novelty, not knowing that it's mostly bourbon then saying it's too strong. Manhattans are my favorite cocktail, but I've never had one in Manhattan itself. The fact that they are mostly bourbon is the appeal. What about someone who orders a pickle juice shot? Hold the shot. You get frequent cramps. My city has a very fancy, and TBF very good, gin bar in it which stocks around 500 gins and has become a huge destination for hipster tourists and gin obsessed mums. Used to be people coming to my bar would ask for a gin and tonic. Now people coming to my bar ask what gins we have and make me explain every ingredient and the philosophy behind every dang one before deciding. So the stereotype in my city is you're either asking about gin, which means you're a tourist Instagram nerd, or you're complaining about everyone in front of you asking about gin, in which case you're a local. Few weeks back a dude was second in line for 10 full minutes because the lady in front of him wanted the history of East London batch 2 and he spent the whole time pulling faces at me over her shoulder. Moment he gets to the bar, only thing he says is gin bar has a lot of freaking answer for. Gimme a dang beer. Add extra vodka to my drink. I give them the bill. Why are you charging me for extra alcohol, idiot? Jack and Coke. What does that say about me? You'll be fighting someone in a few hours. tended bar at a pan-tropical bistro when I was in graduate school. Naturally, we had a few pre-blended fruity, frozen drinks, which were typically served in a hurricane glass, with garnishes. One evening a very manly man ordered one, but requested that it not be served in a gay glass. Apparently real men drink their mango mambos in proper old-fashioned glasses. Jajabums are ordered by students which just want to get fricked up ASAP. Me 2 jajabums please. Barman it's 3 for a fiver. Me then I'll have 12 please. I am from Northern England for those wondering where to get cheap drinks. P-star martinis. I'm going to be loud and obnoxious all night, and my vomit is going to be near orange when I've drank 5 of these. Any variety of Boilermaker. Guaranteed the customer is an alcoholic. I had a guy who would regularly order 22 ounces bottles of some limited run microbrew. He preferred the beer poured over ice with a shot of vodka added. He also didn't own a vehicle, unless you count a bicycle as a vehicle. Here's to you voodoo child. My grandmother used to drink 4 Boilermakers a day garnished with a pack of cigarettes. She had never learned to drive and had no intention of ever learning. Died at 96 from a black widow spider bite. 1 Caucasian please. Neckbeard fedora dude ordered about 10 white Russians from me one night and called them Caucasians every time while chuckling to himself every time he came up to the bar. That guy definitely bathed in his closet later. Pina colada. You care more about flavor than image. Also want to be in the Caribbean. Can confirm that I am OS for coconut and I don't care who sees. My go-to is a bourbon old fashioned. A bartender once told me this means I'm an old woman from the south. If you have a brandy old fashioned you're from Wisconsin. I usually go up to the bartender and order a Coke but make it look like an alcoholic drink. I don't drink. Bartenders usually understand my plight. Thank you for letting me fit in. My dad does this at business meetups. He's a C-level guy and doesn't drink. He's done this for decades. He gets an Arnie Palmer. People assume it's a cocktail. It's just tea and lemonade. Cosmo. This person is almost certainly a pain in the ass. Where I work it usually means soccer mom with Braden, Caden, and Ashlane who's going to down 3 of them and not tip. I used to work in a bar with an excellent real ale selection, so of course we sold more Carling than anything else. Always pillocks who would shout at the football while tearing up the card drinks mats that I had to clean at the end of the night. Some would complain that we didn't sell enough real beer too. Frick them. Long Island iced tea equals let's get fricked up, fast. Old fashioned equals either someone who knows their booze really well, or not at all and they want to look sophisticated. A Platini equals I'm away from the kids for the weekend. Bush Light equals hillbillies and small town folk. Vodka on the rocks equals someone who has been drinking long enough to enjoy the nasty burn of watered down vodka no mixer. I can't believe no one has mentioned a mojito. I love gin tonic but my friends call me an old man when I order drink that. Frick them though. Gin and tonic is probably the 3rd most popular drink in England after beer and tea. Lit. Usually someone who wants to get drunk for cheap and is going to complain that the drink is not strong enough. Life pro tip for bartenders. Before serving, fill the straw with well tequila. You will never get another complaint about a weak lit. Long Island iced tea. I just want to get bent as quickly as possible. We turned an outdoor shed into a tiki bar shortly after the smoking ban. WI. Malibu gave us these little buckets to make fun fruity drinks in as a promotional thing. I was 18 but knew the basics of bartending and 3 couples came in and asked for lit in those dang buckets. Of course I screwed up my alcohol portions because the drink is freaking straight booze in a bucket and all 3 couples went inside to complain to my manager about my drink making skills and the prices I charged. We gave the buckets away to make sandcastles after that. We also had a bartender who refused to make a Bloody Mary after 4 PM. Said it was a day drink. Martini shaken, not stirred equals idiot who knows nothing about booze and definitely has no idea what they're ordering, and will most likely not like it. That said, I'm pretty tolerant of most drink orders. People are allowed to like what they like, even if I don't share the same taste. Guessing from the reactions I get when I order an old fashioned, people expect those who drink it to either be old or a fan of Mad Men. I'm neither. Old fashions are really big with the 28-35-year-old crowd where I'm from. Question for bartenders. Do you judge people who order soft drinks? I usually end up being the driver but feel as though I'm getting judged by the staff customers at the bar for ordering a Coke rather than a beer or something alcoholic. Even more so at a proper club rather than a regular bar. Heck no. I had tons of respect for the DD when I was bartending. Would often even give them free soft drinks when their buddies were getting rounds. If you pull up a drink you found on Pinterest and it has 25 steps and is more pretty than tasty, I can tell already you are a future I want to speak to the manager type of mom. I will never understand this. Just look around at where you are. There are certainly bars that have crazy cocktails and oftentimes specialize in them, so they are going to have candied lemon peel and cotton candy and smoked banana leaves to make your drink, but the corner pub is not prepared for your insane order. Just get a beer, wine or a simple 2-3 ingredient drink. Know your surroundings. You have been visited by the swole skeleton. He'll give you good calcium if you subscribe in 5 seconds. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.